Welcome, Gemini. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for November the 21st through to the 27th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now let's see what the energy is going to be for us this week. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, this is where we worry over potentially nothing, okay? It can seem like giant mountains in front of us that we have to climb. And our fears, our worries, our concerns will allow it to manifest into the mountain, okay? But really, it was only a molehill. So let's go back to that one in a second. Let's get out the first four cards. We have the Death card, the Seven of Pentacles, with the Queen of Cups crossing over the Death card. So, well, the Queen of Cups crossing over the Death card. So, the freedom we want to feel, the liberation we want to feel, you know, it really comes at loving yourself, knowing that you are deserving. And doing things for the right reason. Okay, this is where the very humanitarian approach really needs to come into play. The more that you give of yourself, the freer and the more liberation that you can invite into your life. And I would have to say you have to honor your passions, your dreams, your desires right now. Honor what makes you feel wonderful inside. Honor what brings out your passion, your happiness, your joy. And that is such an easy statement to make and so hard to accomplish in our day-to-day lives. Because our focus needs to be everywhere. It's at the workplace, it's in the community, it's in the home. So this is, I think, almost asking you to be a little bit selfish and look at your desires, your passions, your dreams, and how you want them to manifest in your life. And with the Death card, it's usually a transformation of something ending in your life or walking away from something in order for something new to begin. Something that has been holding you down. Now, this could just be a thought process. Absolutely. It could be a lack of belief in what you truly want to step into, that you are deserving of it, that you can actually make a go of it, that you can be successful. So it could very well be in your thoughts, and that brings us back to the Nine of Swords, doesn't it? Our thoughts debilitating us, dissipating our energy, dissipating our belief in ourselves. We start to bring up the why we can't go forward instead of how we can go forward, and changing it into a very positive. So this week you really need to be positive about who you are and what you can do and where you can go in life. And do not see little minor setbacks or things that are disruptive in your life or maybe even chaotic in your life hold you back, because there is a way through. We have the Seven of Pentacles. What are you cultivating? What are you doing today in order to grow your dreams, your desires, your wants? Where are you putting the focus? How can you get the focus aligned with where you truly need the focus in your life? We have the Hierophant for the underlying energy. So this is a balance that comes in, but through our spirituality. So if you meditate, if you pray, if you have those quiet moments with yourself, if you sit in silence for a little while, ground yourself in nature, okay, you will see where the balance can be in your life, what needs to be done in order to go forward. This is where the aha moments can come in. This is where the epiphanies can come in, and how to move forward with balance, with the security, with a well-being, with a freedom and liberation, because obviously we're looking at stepping into something that is going to open up time or energy or resources to us down the road. We have the Hermit as our overriding energy. So the Hermit is one that goes into the cave, goes into the desert, taps into his intuition, taps into his higher wisdom, thinks about what he truly wants to do going forward, and then creates the action plan. And when that is cemented, that's when we come out of the cave. That's when we come out of the desert and we implement the plan. So it's really being honest with ourselves about what we truly want to manifest in our lives. And thinking about the way forward. This is beautiful energy to understand the way forward, to understand what steps need to be taken. So give yourself that quiet time and don't allow it to go into the negative. We control our own thoughts. So when it starts to go negative, yell stop in your head. And if it's spiraling into negative, think of something that is so irrational but funny and humorous at the same time. So I always say, a monkey water skiing with a yellow bandana. It switches your mind. It switches your mind. Your mind can't think of two separate things at the same time. So if you are thinking really in the negative and you were spiraling on a problem, you are getting more stressed out, you are getting tense, you are getting like you can't go forward, that the world is on top of your shoulders, that you have too much of a burden or a load in your life, try and, throw that flash picture in. That is hilarious, that is funny, and it changes your mind, because now your mind tries to examine that picture. It takes you right off that stressful point, and that's when you can take control of your thoughts to turn it into positive thoughts. And yes, it'll probably trickle back into the negative. So it's constantly revisiting that one little, get a picture in your head. Get a picture of something that would make you laugh, that is funny, that is something that maybe even doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, maybe you want to see a cat bowling, or a hippopotamus taking a swim, the backstroke. Try and, throw something really irrational into your brain when you are really spiraling downwards. And that will allow you to capture your thoughts again and take it into a positive direction, because that is definitely needed this week for you in order to really tap into how to go forward, to tap into your intuition, tap into your wisdom, tap into your spirituality, to bring in the balance, but to know how to go forward, to know how to implement that plan going forward. We have the Judgment card with the Devil. Transformation, transformation, transformation. This is the phoenix rising out of the ashes. This tells me, in no uncertain terms, that it is probably the longer route that you have to take. It is knowing your stuff before making that decision. So with the Judgment card, we can't make those quick judgments. We can't just make a decision based on a sentence or two or a thought that we had. We really need the background to it. We really need the information. We really need the wisdom in order to make the right judgments for ourselves going forward, the strong ones. And that brings us into this phoenix rising out of the ashes, that we are reborn, that we can step into new adventures, new ways of doing, new ways of being, new ways of becoming, new relationships perhaps. But it's only when we really think things through. So I don't think anything will be black and white, or if you are trying to move forward in a certain way, you may find that there's a problem. Maybe you want to go into partnership with somebody, and you both have equal talents, but they don't have any financial backing that they can put towards it. And so all of a sudden you think that the whole business idea has flatlined, but you can think about, if you research it, if you gather more information, you'll see the way to go forward, the new beginnings, the transformations happening, the new starts, and how you can bring that into existence. For work and career, we have the Empress. So this is creative new paths. This is being the diplomat. So once again, we have the good judgment there. We have the Judgment card telling us to tap into the good judgment, the strong judgment. And here we have one of the strongest diplomats and one of the highest intuitives in the deck. Because the Empress and the Emperor are the highest intuitives, because they, it's gathering of the wisdom. And then they put it into their mind, all this wisdom, and the subconscious goes to work on it and tears it apart and pops out the right decision, the right plan. So this is, experiencing the creative part of yourself, to step into those new beginnings through your creativity, through your talents. This is something being born, something being reborn, very much like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So it's a very powerful week for you. We have the Eight of Cups for love and relationships. So relationships are going to change for you in what they give you as far as love and security is concerned. That doesn't mean that we are closing the door on relationships, although we could be, because we do have quite a few transformation cards here. This is more like the child growing to adulthood and leaving the parental home to go and explore of new things, new paths, new creative paths. So when we leave the family home, we don't close the door on the parental home, but it does change in the way it gives us love, in the way it gives us security. So we should feel that shift within our relationships where it is more, you know, it's not superficial, won't work for you right now. A superficial relationship will definitely not work. I think you will walk away from anything that is superficial. It doesn't ground you. It doesn't give you the support. It doesn't give you maybe the freedom to go out and step into opportunities that you want to do, where you want to become in life, what you want to create. So if this could be also a travel card where, if you are looking to meet somebody, you may find them through traveling. They might live in a different city or a different country. Maybe bring in unique experiences, new ways of life, new ways of looking at things. If you're in a relationship, this could really be calling to taking some quiet time together to strengthen that relationship, to deepen that relationship, to spend quality time with just each other. Take a day trip, an overnight trip, a couple of days away if you can, to grow that relationship and strengthen that relationship. So relationships are changing, and so we can always change them into a positive if we give it the time and the energy that it needs in order to grow and deepen. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.